No disrespect to Air Force of San Jose, but we are going to have to raise our level of play for our next opponent, Boise, in a Mountain West home game. Leon has a very good team again, deeper than normal, in my opinion. They have great depth like we do, so it'll be fun to challenge ourselves with a really competitive Mountain West game tomorrow.
Looking back on the tape from the other night after you watched it, anything that you feel you could have done better or improved upon the game?
We have to continue to rebound, and that will be important leading in the Boise game after what they did to us in the conference tournament last year on the offensive glass. We have to continue to work on rebounding, which we do every day, but we have to see better translation into the game. So rebound's a real emphasis for us.
Why is that in this series? Why has second chance points and the offensive glass on both sides been such a factor the last couple of years?
Yeah, I mean, both teams are hard to score on, so any initial possession, it's tough to score a basket. So you have to create your own sometimes, and ways to do that is the offensive glass. It's interesting, we have the exact same offensive rebounding numbers, but their defensive numbers are much higher than ours. I think they have 50 more defensive rebounds than we have. Offensively rebounding, we're almost even. So we have to do a better job of continuing to go to the offensive glass and do a better job on the defensive glass.
They're number 2 nationally in defensive rebounding too, and I think they've been top 20 the last 9 years. What is it about their defensive rebounding and how they teach it, or I don't know, but why are they always a team on the glass you're going to have to battle with?
Yeah, I mean, you look at them, they're wide, they're strong, they got a physical team. So they're imposing physically. There are not a lot of skinny guys running around out there for them. So we're going to have to do a good job putting body on body and finding ways to keep them off the glass and finding ways to get around them to get on the glass. But they've done a great job rebounding over the years, and that will be a real key to the game tomorrow.
I just asked both guys about this, and I haven't heard you speak about it, but with all the guys coming back into college right now, whether it's NBA draft picks, G League guys, European pros, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I'm glad I don't have to make all these decisions. I don't want to be the negative guy, but I think if you go pro, you're a pro. And this is still, until they change the way we approach it, college athletics. So I don't want to take anyone's opportunity away, but if you make a choice to go pro, I think you've made your choice.
When you allow a player who was drafted to come back into college basketball, and I get he didn't play in the NBA, but is that going to cause problems now when you get into the spring and kids provisionally enter the draft? Can they just stay in the draft, go to a training camp, go through summer league, and then, if they don't sign a contract, just come back to college?
It's interesting. I mean, if they don't sign the contract they want, I think some of them are making more money in college.
Right.
So if it's a financial decision, maybe they will come back. I don't know. Until we get the government involved, which I think everyone's trying to do, we won't have any real clarity as to what anything is. I think we're supposed to be dealing with some kind of salary cap. I don't know if that's happening. When I'm out recruiting, I don't think people are really thinking it's a real thing, the money being tossed around. So I'm just trying to keep San Diego State relevant on a national level, doing the best I can to do that, and we'll continue to do that.
What do you make of Boise losing to a D2 team in the first game and then beating at Butler and St. Mary's and some of the other, they're kind of given what you've seen from them overall?
Yeah, and we've always played D2 teams too also, and the interesting thing, it won't count against them. Perception-wise, people, they lost to a D2 team, but metrically, that will not count against them, and that's a good thing. So they've got a good team. They're like all teams. They get better as the year goes on, and they're playing really good basketball now. The win at Butler was important. The win St. Mary's on a neutral. Those are really good resume wins. And so Leon's done a good job scheduling, and obviously they're playing a lot better basketball now than they did earlier in the season.
About Magoon, you said it might take him a while to get back to where he was last year. How close is he to that level?
That's the million-dollar question, how close Magoon is to being 100%. And you look, and I'm wishing he's playing great right now, but to be honest with you, we were in Vegas less than a month ago or 1 month ago in his first real action. So he had surgery, and it takes a while to come back, and it's never as fast as he wants or we want. But he's on the right path, and we got to hope at some point this year he'll get back to full strength where he's a Magoon that he was last year. And we're trending in that direction, but we're not there yet.
Did the last game give you any more clarity about the length of your bench You went with a very distinct group late in the game. I know that was situational, but are you learning more about how viable it is to keep playing 11 guys, or are you starting to move in the direction that you're going to have to cut it down?
I haven't cut it down yet, and like I said, until guys sit out there where I can't have them not on the floor, then the bench will be the important part. I think we're either top of the country or near the top of the country in bench production. So it'd be hard to shorten the bench. I may have to remove a starter or two if I want to shorten the bench. So the bench has been productive, and I'll continue to play it like I'm playing it until it's not.
What about Boise's depth? I mean, their bench outscored their starters in their last game too.
That's what I said. This is Leon's got a good team. It's deeper than it was last year, in my opinion. They don't really drop off when they go to the bench, and at times like us, they get better. So that's important in the Mountain West, where you can sustain injuries, you can sustain multiple games in a week if you have a deep bench, and Leon has a deep bench.
I know we've talked about that. Why are these games always so? Why has this series been so great over the years? And so many great games down to the wire and stuff.
Just because both teams have great cultures. I think Leon's been at Boise for 16 years. This is year 26 for me here, with obviously large of those years with Coach Fisher. But great cultures and knowing what it takes to win in this league, and that makes a big difference. If you have a good culture and you have a lot of tradition, and both teams know each other really well, and it's a competitive series. It's not chippy or anything like that. Both teams play super hard and have great respect for each other.
Any other questions for Coach Gatcher? Coach,
Thank you, everybody.